Hi, my name is Charlie, last name Wilson. I was asked the question, why did I want to become an author? Hmm. To be honest, I never really gave much thought to that question. However, I think it stemmed from when I was a child. I loved reading, I loved writing. I could always immerse myself in the books that I was reading. I love mysteries, which is what I initially said I would write. I'm going to be a mystery writer. I can do this. I love the idea of finding out the who's and the what and the thereofs of movies, books, puzzles, and so forth. And as I grew up, I sort of let it pass me by. You know, as children, we often have ideas and dreams that we say we're going to do this. At one time, I was going to be a doctor. Another time, I was going to be an actress. Once, I was going to be an astronaut. But I wound up being a mother. I wound up being a wife. And I wound up being an administrator working in upper management for the city of Atlanta. However, deep down, that idea of being a writer never fully left me. And as life would have it, as I went back to school at Metropolitan Community College, in my English 101 class, we were given several assignments to write an essay or a 5-page paper, and we were basically just giving titles. One of the titles I wrote about was The Future of Black America. The second title was, I forget what it was, but in any event, as I wrote The Future of Black America, oh, I remember, it was the television and the effects on society. And as I wrote the paper on the future of Black America, the instructor was very pleased with that report, with that paper. And as a result, she asked permission to have it published in the college community paper, which I said, sure, why not? She also gave me several other assignments in writing. And as she looked at them, she says, you need to change your major. You need to become an author. And I said, nope, that's not what I want to do. My passion lies in service. My passion is helping people to find out who they are, helping people, giving instruction, encouraging people, though many didn't think that I was an encourager because I was so blunt and direct. Sometimes you have to be blunt and direct to encourage people. However, I decided I would do what I wanted to do, and that was work in the public sector as an administrator, serving the public, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did that for 30 years with the city of Atlanta prior to retiring. I started writing little letters for coworkers. I started researching different events for people that I worked with. Mayors and commissioners and so forth would often call on me to construct letters, and they would just call and tell me what they wanted in it or the context of it. And I would write a letter around that one or two lines they would tell me. I would write plans for businesses right around that one or two lines that I was told. So I started writing in that area and in that aspect. Did not really think about writing again until maybe 2005. And I came up with, you're going to go ahead and write a book. I started out writing with the title, Praise Before Blessing. And it was based on the fact that I always heard ministers saying, blessings go up, praises come down. So I'm going to write a book about that. However, as God would have it, he tells you what you're going to do most times, and you kind of either listen or you don't. And he said, no, blessings are always before praises. He says, I bless you long before you learn to praise me. So I said, that makes sense. I thought about, he wakes me up. He provides my food. He allowed me to live to see my children grow. He keeps me safe, and all the millions of things that he does that I'm not even aware of. So I started writing my book, Blessings Before Praise. Well, to be honest, it was going to be a tell-all expose on how wrong I thought I was and how mistreated I felt I had been growing up and so forth. But again, the Lord says, no, you're going to write how you became a survivor, how you became a deliverer, how I lifted you up and gave you new life. So blessing before praise is a result of all the wonderful, marvelous works that God has done for me. And he still is doing it for me. He still is putting me in places that I never even thought of. He's still opening doors for me that I never even had a dream of. He is doing such a marvelous work. I could probably write a Blessing Before Praise Volume 2. Come to think of it, I might. I'm currently working on 2 titles. Well, I say currently working, I just need to do it. But I have two titles that I say I'm working on. One of them is Yeah, Lord, I Know Nobody Asked Me. And again, my thought process has been rearranged, so we're kind of delaying it and doing it the way the Lord wants me to do it. I wanted to do something a little humorous about everyday life situations, how we act when we're driving, how we are rude to people in the stores, how we look when we go out in public, particularly that sagging thing we have going on. But anyhow, the Lord said I can do it, but I need to add a little inspiration, a little correction to it as I do that. The other title that I'm working on, of course, is again, The Future of Black America. So that's just a couple of the things that I'm working on. As I say, my passion is for helping my people realize that they are overcomers, that they are victorious. And with God letting them know, you don't have to always call God, but you do have to always follow God. Because if we follow Him, He's going to always lead us in the path that He would want us to be. So I became an author because the Lord gave me the gift of writing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.